Nargis, welcome back to Face. How you doing this morning?
Hi, good morning, Dale. I'm doing good. Hopefully, you are doing good, and rest of
Okay.
the team. Happy New
Well,
Year, I
Happy
guess.
New
Oh, I
Year to
think we
you.
met in January. Yeah, so I guess.
Oh, okay. So, I want to start off, and you may want to start sharing your screen. I want to
Yes.
start off with, when I had duped the schedule and I had to rejigger everything, and it seemed like you were why is being on Face seems to be very important to you. Can you tell us why?
Because I like you. That's
That's it?
one simple reason. Yeah, that is one simple reason. One of the thing
Okay.
is because number two, it's a great team. You guys not only talk markets, you also give a detailed explanation of why it is and what it is. Most importantly, you allow the guest speaker to speak their mind. Like, if I have some content, you allow me to give that content, which is very good. Where most of the places the narrative is, uh, the other person is, directed to speak, or you're not allowed to give your thoughts as openly. And that part I
Wow.
like. And yeah,
Yeah.
so, and I like chatting with you. I feel very comfortable. I feel happy, and plus
Okay.
you were the first one to recognize me, so
Oh,
that attention, that personal connection, feeling is always there, that you were the first guy who noticed me,
it's funny.
or my
I've
work
heard
rather.
I've heard that from a few people that are big now, like Luke Groman. He said,
Yeah.
I kind of gave him his start, and I heard it from David Brady. He said, you put me on the map. So I guess I'm doing something good for others, and that
Yeah,
always
definitely.
gives me
Yeah, no,
satisfaction.
definitely. Yeah.
Um, what's on the docket? We going to 7,100? I know you were looking for if we got to
Seven
a
five
certain
six
level.
nine
75.
Yes.
Okay. I knew
Seven
the
five.
first digit.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
go ahead.
So yeah, I remember when we talked, I think 2 or 3 last year probably, when we were still in uh, early, 3000s or something, late 3000s, kind of becoming coming to the low, and that was when I was like, we had done the three narratives, like, it'll go and retest the high. I was doing
Yeah.
this monthly is better. So I was like, we may go, and this black line was the place where ES would generally like the retest. And we were
Right
like,
now, I'm
okay,
just seeing links.
oh, is it?
Yeah, I'm seeing links of different charts, I believe, and dates.
Oh, is it? This is,
Yeah, give me
I'm
this.
showing my chart, right?
No.
Let me reshare it probably.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
There you go.
Okay. How can I put this up? Yeah, here. So earlier we were here, right? I mean, we were here somewhere, and I was thinking that there could be three scenarios. One is ES retest of the high, which is this black line. This is the place where it likes the most, where it would like the most if it wants to fail. So we reached here and we got the reaction fast and furious. And then the other one was, the it'll go and do the complete cycle 7569. The other one was doing the midpoint 5180.85. And right now we are exactly around there. It hit 5185. I mean, the old contract did, and the new
Okay.
contract hit 5257. And since then we are thinking, right, what can happen and all that, so it's dancing around that number. So this is there. So this is an important cycle juncture where the next decision will come, after it's danced around a little bit, right? So the first jerky reaction we did got here, when it hit first, and then, it's a whatever it is, consolidation, distribution, whatever, we'll come to know. So 5185 is where I would see, either it is above it, then it's like, bullish, it'll still try to hit higher around 5300 or so. Below that, some weakness starts setting in, and we may, go and retrace a little bit. How much, how long, we don't know that, because the only thing right now is the way I've noticed ES behaves is it can recycle and it can adjust itself, but SPY and XPX doesn't get a chance to do it. And hence, whenever the pullback comes, it is just about normalization of those two. So they'll come and hit their 50 MA or something on a smaller time frame, like 4 hours and daily and all that, and they'll be happy. And after that, the market again gets bullish. Up till now, from October to now, pullback has been a big issue. It is not happening. It's
Yeah.
merely 50 points or so, and it can continue. I mean, there is absolutely no reason. It is just releasing its pressure by doing the minimal, and continues going. So on,
So you do
this,
cycle work. What's it
yes,
based upon, the cycles?
GAN,
Okay. Do you have anything
GAN,
April 9th?
April 9th. Yeah, actually, mostly those are the turn dates. Uh, April 9th would be definitely a new moon time. Um,
It's a
I
total solar eclipse on
Total
the
solar
9th.
eclipse. Yes, yeah, I was thinking some eclipse and all should be there.
Yeah,
And
and the market bottomed on the last eclipse in late October, early
late
November,
October, yes,
to the day on the
yes.
eclipse.
So yes,
So
that
I'm
is the
thinking if we're going up into it, there could be a reversal.
yes, definitely that is a possibility because this quad witching, it's all about being bullish. So the effect only comes after a few weeks, right?
Yeah.
So, and so far we are going from full moon to new moon. So new moons have been more bullish, and full moons have been either slow or sideways or some pullback. So we are getting it on Saturday. The full moon would be there, and so next week, maybe it can see a little bit of pullback depending on where it is and how much it wants to do. But definitely, April was sometime I was thinking if they delay March, then April could be the place where we could get some pullback. So that is there. Yeah. So this is what I had. 7569 and 5185 is our midpoint.
Yeah.
So all the four contracts, I mean, now it is only one contract, but your old March contract and June contract were nicely going between the levels with XPX also, SPY also. So it was such a beautiful dance, and I'm always amazed how all four things can, align to the levels where it is important: 5257, 5185, 507, and then XPX is 5113. So this is like, it was a very amazing dance for me. uh, I always get amazed, and even though I'm getting used to it, but still always amazing. And Nasdaq, we had the cycle level is 24337, and it is again 18,000, 18,500 midpoint. It is again right there at midpoint. So we have ES and we have NQ right at the midpoints. And from there, 50% rule, next it will be a decision point coming soon, whether they want to overshoot like what we did it in 2022. It was 2022, right? 4801 or 2021. Um, it overshot that 46. This was 2022. Yeah. So
Okay.
it overshot by a few hundred points, and then it cracked. So here, what it wants to do: 5300, 5400, and then see a good pullback. I mean, right now we're just talking about pullback. We are not even talking about cycle reversals or anything, because that can come later. It has built some good demands here. So all that is there. And the only question would be, for now, is this midpoint enough, or it wants to do the full cycle at one go? So now this will only be the decision point for me, at least, right? So
Okay.
5185 craps all the way. And what people were talking few months ago, all the macro stuff, that everything is bearish and it's going to die and everything, will that come down? Like, it's an extended M. Instead of doing it like this, it may do it like this. Like, this leg would be a little bit extended and then it will try to pull back. or it just does, regular pullbacks and everything and keep going on till 75694. So for me, only these two would be my decision points, whether it's only half cycle for now or it's the full cycle for now. So that's all I'm going to look for.
How will you know?
Sorry?
How will you know?
I would know because only by the level. See, if it loses 5185, then I would say, okay, weakness is setting in. Then I would go from there, one cycle level by cycle level, if it is breaching.
Okay.
Currently, the only tricky thing the beast has done is XPX has left a lot of gaps around here, somewhere here, right?
Yeah.
So even if it comes down here, fills those gaps, we cannot say that it has become bearish, because in order to become bearish, the price, or rather go into bear market or whatever we call it, it needs to break here. And by the time it comes here, lot of damage has already been done, right? The street
Yeah.
will always be, or will already be screaming, we are dead and we are going to die or whatever. So this is what the seriousness. But if it starts closing below, then definitely the weakness is here. Up till here, it's still a retest of the low. It's trying to
Yeah, I
come
would
back and
call
leaving me some
like that
pressure.
4,800 level a breakout.
4800, yeah.
And if
Yeah,
it takes that out, that would be a negative
yeah, that
sign.
would, yes, this black line, I would still hold it as something important.
46.
And
Yeah.
yeah, it is 46, yeah, 46, 30, 50, around
Okay.
there. And there, then it opens all this zone until 4200, right? This is the biggest gap it has in terms of price, from 46 to
Okay.
42. That is a big number, 500 points. So
There's a 400
51.
point gap, or the gap is filled at
No,
4,200.
meaning the distance, like it can go that much if it
Oh,
wants
okay.
to, because there
Okay.
is nothing here, right? It's empty.
Okay.
This space is empty. So that's what gap.
Got it.
But XPX has gaps. So yes,
Okay. Okay.
yeah. So we are there, and your NQ is also, inching along. So 441. If it stays over 441, then it's, it's kind of a strong, but comes down below it and tries to, goes below these two lines. Then those weaknesses coming in. QQQ has this big gap as well. A lot of gaps, actually, a lot of gaps going.
Yeah. I see.
The ETFs are a lot of gaps. So that is an open area. Yeah. And also interesting thing is the March contract. Yes, that 4695 gap has not been filled. It went to the new contract, but that old contract gap is still there, which is very surprising. At least I have not seen in my short career into stock market. I have not seen that happening. So that is something very surprising that it can do that. I thought, the
How
ideal
about
thing is to fill all the
S&Ps
gaps.
making new highs without the NASDAQ 100, which led the advance and now
That
is lagging S&Ps?
Yes, that is absolutely possible, because if you see, Dale, this is what I've been noticing. The indices are now separated from their own stocks, which make the biggest percentage, right? Your Apple was not moving, your Tesla was not moving, but Nasdaq was making new highs. All the fangmans were sitting at a constant level. Like Microsoft was chopping, Netflix was chopping everything. Tesla was coming down. Apple was slowly trickling down, but Nasdaq was doing good. The only thing we had is the meme, the Nvidia going meme that we had, right? So I don't know if that would have any that big of an effect on Nasdaq, but the meme is a
Yeah.
meme. So I'm thinking why they would do it to semiconductors, because Nvidia is not like GMC, not GMC. What do you call that? GameStop thing where it could go crazy and nothing would come into effect. Nvidia is a prime, Main Street company, and it running like that. I was thinking, what is in store that semiconductors are behaving like this? So that is one question I have in mind. The answer will come, we will see. But for now, that question is, I don't want to give that question away, and keep in mind why semiconductors would act in a way, what is coming in, what is it that we are not seeing, which the market is already pricing in. So that question I'm asking myself. Um,
Okay.
I know this is one stock which everyone was. or is still looking at it. Now again, it is up to 26 points. It didn't hit 1,975 it hit, and it pulled back sharply from there. So 841 is where its sweet spot. It hasn't broken that. It is coming back up from there. Now the big question would be, would it want to touch that 1,000, right? The cycle level for Nvidia is 1157 to 1250. That is its range, and it's already done maybe 75%. At 975, 75% to 80%, it has already hit the cycle. So again, the whole point is, will it completely, do that? So once it goes over 1,000, then the mindset changes, right? Now it is 1,000, so what's going to stop, right? But I would still be a little bit cautious on it, because these runs, these straight line runs generally brings in a little bit of caution on how much it can go and when it can, pull back. Where people expecting the pullback, it may not. It may suddenly do it, probably overnight, or out of the blue, and like a lot of people can get stuck into it. So if you are trading, then it's okay. Have your, whatever your mental stop loss or your profit taking percentages is there. And the other one which had gone crazy along with it is this supermarket microcomputer. So around 200 something, its previous cycle level, I had said that it has reset the cycle to 729. And in a few months, or less than few months, it not only did 725, it's almost going to do its third cycle, which is around 1500, 1501. Then, it already hit what, 1229, 300 more points left. So, it's already hit the lower offset. So again, why these semiconductors are behaving this way, the prime companies behaving this way. The other thing which I was noticing is that they were bringing Apple down, they were bringing Tesla down, and this Nvidia was going up. So now NQ needed a little bit of rest and all that. And if it wants to continue going higher, then from 169, they would bring Apple up. And so far, that is what is happening. It hit its previous cycle level, 169 Apple, and now it is coming back up, 174. 174 here, right here on this green line. So the question is, how is it a retest of the high, just trying to test a little bit of high, a lot of oversold conditions and everything, or the narrative to support NQ is still there, right? Because we have today Nvidia's some event is there apparently. So what happens after it? Then we have FOMC. So bringing Apple down enough, then it becomes the supporter. Microsoft has not moved a lot. It is still ranging, very tight ranging. So so far it has been holding this 397, 396, and it returns back from there. So that narrative is there. So I will only get bearish below, below this orange line around 396. And then, but till then they are supporting NQ. So the question is, it does look like that they still want a little bit higher before, trying to do anything. So that may take us into April, past FOMC. And so far, no pullback, which means Powell right now is a little bit, up till now, what was happening was, before they would bring the market down, then Powell would be the knight in shining armor. Market would react to it, and we would go higher. We would run from there. But right now we are already running. We are already at the all-time highs. 52, 57 was the high, so another 10 points. Oh, one of the important thing is the old contract March high was 51.85, and the June contract high was 52.57 before the contract change. And after the contract change, the high was 52.41, if I'm not wrong. So that 52.46. So another 10 to 12 points is remaining for it to hit 52.57. ES doesn't like those unfinished business, so it will try to hit that for the new contract. So that's another data point to look at. What happens when the June contracts hits 52.57? Will it coincide with FOMC? And if so, then what kind of reaction they want to give. So that is a very important level and timing I will watch, you know, how they want to do it. So if they overshoot it, then we are going to 5300, probably 5400, 53 to 5400 in between. But if 50 to 57 they want to crap it, then I'll look for a failure below 5185. So FOMC plus these two numbers, I'm watching it very, very closely.
Okay.
Our VIX,
Anything
sorry, you go
okay,
ahead.
go ahead. No, go ahead, Vix.
No, yeah. So VIX, so far it is maintaining 14, 13 point something and 14. So nothing has happened. It hasn't broken the 12 level so far. No, it broke 12 level, 8, 11 point something, but it hasn't gone to 11 yet. So it's still holding, this 12-ish area. But it hasn't been able to go over 15. It hasn't been able to retain over 15. So between this orange line to this, it comes and rests on this line so far. So, if they wants to do it, then somewhere around 13ish, need to see if it wants to bounce. But below it, we have again the mid 12s or 12. Um, but these are the levels where generally VIX holds or it bounces. But if they want to keep it lower, then the narrative again it is that they want to take it above 5300. So that's how I'm watching or trying to relate how VIX is going to play out. So once it
Does it
loses
mean
14,
anything to you that we've had successive new highs in the indexes and keep putting in higher lows in VIX?
yes, this it is there because this is higher lows, which means VIX is still at a good point where uh, you know it could just shoot up. It just have to cross this orange line, 15 point something, and then this whole area gets exposed. See here, nothing is
Yeah,
there, right? For it to go
yeah.
just a little bit of spikes here. So the rest next area is 21 approximately. So it could easily do that. And so what I was trying to say is like XPX also, right? Remember we had that 500 point window, and so here also we have that window. So the next move, if it happens in the opposite direction, that could be a bigger move. So that's the only indication we have. When it's going to happen, from where it is going to happen, that things needs to be seen. But if it happens, then there is this window is a bigger window. That's all we can say right now. For 4800 to 4600 zone, if it doesn't hold, then it opens your 4200. That's there. I heard you guys talking about dollar. This 103 has been its sweet spot. It goes and comes back up. So basically, between 100 to 103, it's just roaming around, not deciding what it wants to do. Basically, from last Jan 2023 to now, almost a year, it is chopping in range after it hit this 114, 115. Yeah. And nothing has happened. So this area, 100 against holds, it pulls back up from here, but it hasn't able to go over 106 or so, right? 106. This is, yeah, 100, approximately 106. So this 103, 106, then 100 and 103. Chop zone, either it goes out of this or goes below it to give it a trend. One of the
Okay.
important things which I was saying was our oil was trying to get bullish from hitting 62. And from there, it has been bullish, and 77, holding 77, it is still on a bullish track, just 81, around 81, 80, 81, 82, where it is finding a little bit of resistance and not going. uh, Another, I don't know if people still remember it or not, this 130.5 was hit in Globex. It was not hit RTH, so this number is still pending. When it's going to do, we don't know, but once it goes above 92, 93, then this becomes a possibility. So 80, above 81, then you have your 91, 92, then this 130 uh, zone kind of opens up. So uh,
Okay.
sorry, Dale, you
Gotcha.
were saying something.
No. Uh, but we have to wrap it here pretty soon.
Okay.
Best way for people to find you and follow you?
Yeah. So on Friday, I had given this setup, right, to see the market going higher, 52.25, and it hit today. So
Nice.
yeah.
So that's
Where is
where you
me? Here
find
is
her
me.
right there.
Yeah.
007 secret agent trader.
It is so
All
much
right.
fun, right, to just figure out what's going to happen, and then you feel like a child where you got your favorite toy. Oh, it hit that or it did that, you know. So yeah,
It's the best jigsaw puzzle in the world.
jigsaw puzzle, yes. Finding
Yeah.
patterns and then being
Yeah.
happy that you got it right.
Yeah. Well, it was nice talking to you again, Nargis. I wish you the
Nice
best.
talking to you, Dale. Yeah, and I hope you
Much.
feel good. Yeah,
Thank you. Me
thank
too.
you.
And
Yeah,
we'll get back together late spring, early summer.
sure,
I'll try
definitely.
not to mess up the schedule this time.
No, 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 it's fine. It's fine. I just
Okay.
I was a little bit not prepared, but then when we talked after that, I sat down and jotted a
Yeah.
few stuff down. So yeah, it's there.
Yeah.
But talking about market, it's always now ES has become like my second skin, so I can
Yeah.
talk in my sleep as well. So
All
that's
right.
good. Thank
All
you.
right. Market. So Nargis dreams charts. All right. I have market dreams too.
I
So
know.
thank you very much, Nargis. The best to
Thank
you
you.
and
Have a
yours.
good day. Yes.
All right. So
Bye.
that's a wrap, everyone. Follow Nargis. Some interesting work. And you could join the team in 15 minutes on the Morning Edge. Good luck today. Good hunting. And don't just count your pips, count your blessings. Adios. You're welcome, Patrick. People are thanking you, Nargis. Thank you very much, Ingmar. And we'll see everyone for Turnaround Tuesday. Adios.
Hey traders, this is Blake Morrow with Forex Analytics. Thanks for stopping by our YouTube channel. Don't forget to like these videos, share them, and subscribe to our channel so you don't miss any of the content that we provide here for free. Thanks for stopping by. I'll see you in the next video.